Thank you so much for joining me as I share this powerful process, which has literally transformed my life as an act of power and the lives of many other people. I would like to begin by reading a letter that someone has written about how this process was so empowering for them. My letter to my best friend about the power of this process. Dearest best friend, that would be you. My mother's heart was ripped out and stomped on by my youngest daughter's father when she was only 8 years old. He began a nasty custody battle, knowing I had no money for legal funds. I felt so helpless and pissed off and totally resentful. No shit, I was living the worst imaginable nightmare. For a long time, I did not get any meaningful completion or resolution, and I had lingering heartache and deep sadness with some fits of anger. Doing my best to stay connected and loving with my daughter was my best focus. I realized this process was a clear act of power for me, regardless of the jerk's response. Writing it was totally liberating. I declared that nothing was more important than healing my old emotional baggage and asked him to do the same. I asked to fight fair and release the baggage. I told my whole emotional truth, and several pages of my baggage were handwritten and unloaded. The jerk bully never did have the guts to respond and send me this process back. A clear message of unwillingness to gain the benefits of fighting fair, his loss. However, I knew that he had read every word of it, and I had delivered it in writing, and he had to sit with it in writing. I was finally free, complete, and empowered with my good, willing self. This process is priceless for learning to process our emotions in a clear, honest, and empowering way. It is a lifelong learning skill I now use so much. Be the warrior who fights fair and advocates for healing all your relationships. Loving you, Anonymous Mother Bear. This process is incredibly important, and I trust that you can see as you work with this process how important it is for mediation, for our emotionally crazy sides to come to some completion and resolution. I have facilitated using this process with teenagers, with parents, with coworkers, with partners, with siblings, neighbors, enemies, friends, and of course, just with my precious self, doing my best to process things that come up and doing it in a holistic, balanced, intelligent way. And I hope you will too. I trust you will. So that's a pretty powerful letter, and it's all true. So next, I will share the process itself with all of the beginning sentences that go through every level of emotion. And then after that, I will share a very powerful example of using this process to express the emotional truth. And this particular letter comes from an overburdened caregiver to her siblings, expressing exactly how she feels, unloading her emotional baggage, and asking for what she wants. Please join me. I trust that you will, and it will be incredibly meaningful for us all. Thank you so much.